Okay, next, we have the types of curves, no? So let me introduce to you the different types of curves. Natay gitawag nga horizontal curve and the other is the vertical curve. Ang sa horizontal curve class, if you just have the route surveying, so ang horizontal curves is provided when there is a change in alignment sa tuang track, no? Then circular or parabolic transition curves are provided at either ends. So ang atuang horizontal curves, ang itsura na niya in terms of horizontal, no? Horizontal kanang sa paliko ba, paliko. Whereas ang atuang vertical curves, it could be uphill, no? Kanang wala siya humps ba, no? Or pa downside kanang sag, no? Pailalom nga curve. Okay. So sometimes, ang kining vertical curves, gina-refer ni siya as the parabolic curves, no? Itong parabolic summit curve, then naatay parabolic sag curve, no? Sag. Tapos, ang sa horizontal curves, naatay tulo ka klase o upat. Okay, anyway, ako nang isang i-mention later, no? Okay. Okay, so, muna siya, no? Classification of curves. So this one natay sa tuang horizontal curve natay gitawag nga simple curve, no? It is an arc of a circle, the most commonly used horizontal curve, no? Anyway, pag sa kuan class natay separate, no? Detailed discussion about this simple curve, no? Sa atuang next chapter. Okay, so the next one is a compound curve, no? Compound curve. So ang compound curve is comprises of two simple curves, no? Adjacent sila together. So kung makita niyo sa diagram, naatay duha ka klase nga simple curve nga nagdikit, no? Pero lain-lain sila og radius, but they have the same common point, no? Na sila the same common point. Sila ang adjacent point, no? So, composed of two or more simple curves of different radius. So, it has a common tangent at the point of common radius. Then, ang sunod is the transition curve. Actually, naatay kuan class, no? Katong ikatulong reverse curve. But this time, murag diri sa may railroad, so murag atuan ni siyang gikuan ang reverse curve, no? Mura siya dili kayo nato siya murag discourage nato ng reverse curve kay murag lisod man para sa ato ang tren nga moagi og reverse curve. So ang ato lang is mag-provide ta og transition curve. So unsa dining transition curve di no? So it is also known as a spiral curve, no? So before ta mag-proceed o kanang kurbada class, circular curve, kinahanglan nga mag-provide sa ta og kanang primera sa kurbada, no? Kanang murag entrance ba, intro sa atong pagkurbada, no? Otherwise, kung gikan tag straight, mo diretso ta og kurbada diretso, so posible ta nga maka-experience ta og centrifugal force o kanang abrupt, no? Pinakalit. Pero kung naatay transition curve, slowly but surely, hinahinay, so maka-create ta og kuno kanang let us say murag momentum na lang po ba pag kurbada nato, no? So at least slowly ang iyahang pag-usab sa iyahang degree of curve, no? Until such time nga moagi nata sa circular curve. So that is the purpose of the transition curve, no? So, necessary for railway in order to have a smooth transition from straight to curve without the risk of wear and tear, no? Okay, so ang delikado po aning kuan class kanang walay transition curve sa ato ang railway, posible nga maka-experience atong train og derailment. Meaning to say kanang mahulog ang ato ang relay sa iyahang mahulog ang ato ang train sa release, no? Mugawas. Okay, next. Okay, we have parabolic curve. So, muning ako ang refer ganiha sa vertical curve, no? So, sa parabolic curve, it refers to a vertical curve which can be either summit or sag. So, it is very useful to design the ideal profile grade for the rail, no? So, diri na to class mabase kung what will be the ideal nga gradient atong ihatag. It could be rolling gradient, kanang momentum gradient, tapos atong isa, kamo na bahala, no? Okay. So, that is how, no? Or pusher and helper gradient, no? So, muna siya, no? Muna itong ato ang i-discuss kaniya. So, itong sa parabolic curve, no? Okay, next. Okay, so how will able to determine the degree of curve? So, unlike sa kuan class, sa highway class, ang ato ang assumed perimeter for the equivalent degree of curve is equivalent to 20 meters. 20 meters man ang stationing sa ato ang karsada. But since naaman ta sa railway, ang sa railway is 30 meters instead of 20, no? So therefore, we can derive this formula from the degree of curve by having a ratio and proportion between the degree of curve over the 30 meters equal to 360 degrees, no? All around rotation, no? Sa circle divided by the perimeter of the circle, which is 2 pi r. And you can have the value or the equation that gives you the formula, no? For the degree of curve sa ato ang railway, or the ratio between the degree of curve and the radius, no, sa ato ang kurbada, no. So degree of curve is equal to 1720 over the radius, no. Okay, next. Okay, steep curves, no. Steep curves are prohibited by these factors, no. So why is it nga no kinahanglan nato likayan ang maghatag og steep curves, no? Okay. So isa sa gibasihan nato para ikuan nato, no, likayan nato ang steep curves. Natay wheelbase, no. So kakita man siguro mo dire sa kanang kuan, kanang distansya sa ligid sa tong tren. Di ba? Natay wheelbase distance, no? So if ever man nga steep ra kayo ang kurbada class, posible nga muungot ang atuang ligid sa atuang tren. No? Maungot ba? Instead dili na siya makalahos og tuyok sa kurbada. Muungot siya. So if the degree of curve is greater than the wheelbase of the train, the wheel will be having a difficulty of running along the curve and therefore it is prone to derailment, no? So naran ni duha ka painan, muungot ang train or otherwise mugawa siya sa iyang release, no? Then the sharpness of the curve. So the train will need more effort of hauling on curves than on the straight path, no? Okay, so the super elevation also increases the degree of curve and should be limited to keep the vehicle stable against gravity and centrifugal force. So mao na siyang kinahanglan nato mag-provide og super elevation para ma-maintain nato ang weight, no, sa ato ang vehicle or the train nato mismo, no, against sa effect sa centrifugal force, no, para dili siya ma-outbalance. Okay, next. Okay, so the maximum degree of curve for the railway. So sa BG, it should be about 10 degrees, no? Sa meter gauge, that will be 16 degrees. Sa narrow gauge, that will be 40 degrees, no? So try to memorize this one class, no? Okay, so dapat dili ta mugo lesser, maximum man din, no? So maximum or mugo beyond pa ani, no? Kining degree of curve. Okay, so kuan man good if ever man nga mo greater ta sa value sa let's say sa BG, no? 10 degrees, posible nga mas kuan siya, no, mas steep siya. Kaya ang kuan man good dire, the lesser the value, the better. Pero the greater the value, kung sobra mo ani maximum degree of curve, mao siya murag delikado, no? So diha no may tabo tong kuan, no, maungot tong ato ang maungot ang ato ang trend. Okay, so next we will be discussing about the super elevation or gi-refer nato na siya sometimes as the cant, no? Okay, so the super elevation is a portion of a railway which the level of the outer rail has higher than that the inner rail at the horizontal curve in order to maintain the vehicle's balance over its weight and centrifugal force acting to it. So kung makita mo diri sa image class nga kumuagi mo og kurbada, kanang mapansin ninyo nga nagtakilid mo dagan ang tren. So that is the effect of the super elevation, no? Gituyo niya nga naa siya slope, no? So gi-provide nato siya slope kay para dili malabay ang tren tungod sa effect sa centrifugal force. Now, I think ma-experience ninyo ng centrifugal force if ever man, no, nga kita say nagsakay mo bus, no? Nagsakay mo bus, tapos ang bus ning kalit og liko sa usa ka kurbada. So pagliko sa kurbada, madala po kag apil, no? Madala ka nga mudagan ka patakilid, no? Okay. Dili siya mudagan, no? Masibog ka patakilid. Okay. So mo na siya effect sa centrifugal force, no? So delikado kay class, no? Pag inguna na bitaw nga especially kanang nidagan ka at your murag kusog-kusog nga speed, no? So ang centrifugal force posible nga kusog pod, no? Kusog pod ang labay. Okay. So muna ampay sa mga hilig mag-drift, no? Itong mga hilig mag-drift ba. So since train man ni siya, so dili ta ka-drift ang train, no? Okay, next. Okay, super elevation was provided by these obvious reasons, no? To counteract centrifugal force. So trains can maintain its speed without the risk of overturning or derailment. And it also reduces wear and creep of rails. Then equal distribution of wheel loads on two rails. Then provide smooth running on tracks, no? So mo na siya purpose, no, sa ato ang super elevation. Okay, what is the limit of super elevation? Ang super elevation nato napod siya limit, no? So the maximum super elevation is about 10% slope, no? Or therefore that is 1:10 units, no? Okay, so dili ka pwede mo exist pa og 10% nga super elevation ingon ani. Otherwise, instead nga nagresist mo para sa kuan kaning sa centrifugal force, dito na pud mo mabawi sa weight, no? So na-outbalance ang ato ang trend. So tungod sa iyang weight. So dili maayo po na yung pasubrahan nato ang super elevation. Okay, so super elevation must be provided with transition curve as an approach for the circular curve, no? Then the super elevation varies from 0 at the beginning on the transition curve to full amount at junction of transition curve and circular curve. Okay, so makita niyo dire class namo ideal value sa ato ang super elevation in terms of centimeter. So for BG nga track, you have allowable 16.5. Maximum na ni siya, dili ka dapat mo sobra, no? So di ka moabot og 17. Dapat 16.5 lang. Or otherwise, less than lang aning amount nga value. Okay, so naatay MJ for meter gauge, that will be 10. So you must go lesser than this value, no? Then NG, narrow gauge, that is 7.6. Okay, so kung sa actual class, actual design, dili man gyud ka exact value gid ani. So much better you design a lesser value of this one. Okay, naatay gitawag nga Kant deficiency. So it is a difference between the permitted maximum super elevation and actual super elevation. So the Kant deficiency is limited in two reasons. So nganong limited man siya? It's because higher Kant deficiency can cause discomfort, no? Okay, then higher Kant deficiency can cause extra pressure on lateral force on the outer rails. So ang Kant deficiency class is just the difference between the maximum permissible super elevation. Let us say the maximum super elevation and the actual super elevation. Okay. So, ang ilahang gap nila class should have these following values, no? So, for maximum Kant deficiency for the BG track or the broad gauge, it should be having about 7.6 cm. Ilahang gap between the maximum and the actual. Then sa MG, that will be 5.1. Then sa NG, or the narrow gauge, that will be 3.8 centimeters. No? So dili mo dapat mo go beyond from this one, no? Go beyond, go greater, no? Dapat lesser lang, no? Lesser lang sa okay, maximum naman ni siya. Okay, next. Okay, so we have the relation between the super elevation E or the cant, then G stands for the gauge of the track, then V which is the speed of the train, and R which is the radius. So, I think naani siya sa inyuhang kuan pohon, no? Sa inyuhang transportation engineering. So, kung kuan mo ani, let us say madoktrinahan mo karon ani, so at least dili na lisod para sa inyo sabton ang sa inyuhang transpo nga topic about ani, no? Okay. So how do we relate, no, these following variables? Okay, so since naman tay duha ka forces class, we have centrifugal force and the weight of the vehicle. Okay. So we just simply recall the centrifugal force formula, which is F equal to the weight times the velocity, or let's say V squared, divided by G, which is the gravity, and R, no? Okay, but since then, naman sila ay corresponding degree, no? Kanabitong angle from the axis, no? So, ang atuang alpha nato, okay, alpha is the angle from the napulay tayo friction, no? Angle of friction, tapos natay angle of super elevation. Okay, so resolving the forces, we have F times cosine of alpha equal to the weight sine of alpha. So let us assume that the cosine alpha is equal to G over S, no? Or the gauge over the S. Ang S is what we call as the length of the inclined surface, no? Okay, so natay values nga sa tong sine alpha, which is also E, which is the super elevation, over S, no? Ang S nato, that is the length of the inclined surface. Balik-balik. Okay. So ato siyang i-substitute nato dire class, and we get this variables such as E equal to GV squared over GR, no? So let us not forget nga ang G dire nga dako stands for the gauge, no? Gauge value. Then ang G nga gamay, that is the gravity, which is 9.81. Okay, so therefore, if we go simplify this one, we have E equal to GV squared over 127R. Okay, so asa man mo manangkong aning gauge values? Now, each type of track class naatay corresponding gauge value. Sa broad gauge, that will be equal to 1.676. Sa meter gauge, that is 1. Sa narrow gauge is 0.762. No? Okay, so let us try to recall about this one later. No? Okay, magamit nato ni siya sa tuang calculation. Okay, then we have the speed of train, no? So importante sa tuwa class nga mag-design ta og design speed sa train in every circular curve nga iyahang magian, no? Okay. So the speed which is safe from the danger of overturning and derailment with the certain margin of safety. Then the speed can be depended on in terms of strength of the truck and the power of locomotive. Then, gauge of track, radius of curve. So, nakadepende ang atong speed na ito, no? Sa kini nga mga variables, no? So, gauge of the track, radius of curve, super elevation, presence or absence of the transition curves, no? Okay, pwede man nato wala tay transition curve, no? Naay portion nga pwede ta wala transition curve as long as ang katupod nga klase nga curve is dili po kay siya steep, no? Okay. So, we can calculate the safe speed of the train by using the Martin's formula. So, given nato dire, we have the formula for the when the transition curve exists, no? So the maximum speed that will be 50 kilometers per hour. So for BG and MG, so we'll be using the formula to get the safe speed by V equal to 4.35 square root of R minus 67, or V is equal to 4.4 square root of R minus 70. Then for narrow gauge, we'll make use of the formula V is equal to 3.65 square root of R minus 6, or V equal to 3.6 square root of R minus 6.1. So take note class, ang value sa tong V, it should be in kilometer per hour, no? Iyahang unit. So the unit of the speed should be in kilometers per hour, and the radius must be in meters, no? So basig masimyat mo kuan ba gamit sa units, no? So kining mga values diri nga 4.35 kining mga, okay, so mao ni sila yung mga converting units, no? Okay. Then naapod tay formula for when transition curve was not exist, no? Kung walay transition curve, ang ato ang curve na to, no? Atong circular curve na approach, no? So ang maximum speed niya is 40 kilometers per hour, no? So the speed is reduced in this portion. Pag walay transition curve, the speed is reduced by 20%, or only 80% of speed calculated at step A. So meaning to say, in order for us to calculate the speed without the transition curve, so ato siyang bawasan og 20%. Or let us say, we should make use of 80% of that value sa katong gi-compute nato sa katong naay transition curve, no? Pero pwede po mo magamit ani nga formula, no? For BG or MG, so we'll make use of the formula V is equal to 3.52 square root of R minus 70. Then for narrow gauge, that will be V is equal to 2.92 square root of R minus 6. Okay, again, V is in terms of kilometers per hour, and the radius is in meters. Then for high speeds, no? High speed nga design, if V is greater than 100 kilometers per hour, no? So we'll make use of the V equal to 4.58 square root of R, no? Then the speed should be always kilometer per hour, and the radius and curve will be in meters. So kini siya is for high speed, no? Regardless if naba na siya transition curve or wala, no? Hello guys, balik ta sa to ang discussion. Let me recall to you guys nga naatay tulo ka klase nga speed nga mo'y ginakuha nato, gina-compute nato in order for us to provide the necessary speed that the train must run to the railway, no? Or required speed para sa tuang railway. Okay, so the first one is naatay gitawag nga safe speed, no? Safe speed sa train. Then naapod tay gitawag nga equilibrium speed or the average speed, no? Then the last one was the maximum permissible speed. Kidogin maximum, no? Maximum speed nga kaya mahimo sa train without exceeding the standard, no? Okay. So, ang sunod na to was, we will be discussing the equilibrium speed or the average speed. So, in order for us to calculate the average speed, kay naatay criteria nga basihan. Sa katong safe speed sa train, we will calculate that one using the Martin's formula, no? Then, diri sa, kay balik ta sa average speed, kay we will follow according to this criteria. Okay, naa dire, no? So, dire, at first, if the Vmax, or let us say the maximum speed, maximum permissible speed is greater than 50 kilometers per hour, okay, average speed is the least of either of the following, meaning to say, the smallest value. So, natay duha ka solutions. So, we will compare the result, no? So, whoever sa ilaha ang pinaka-least nga value, maotoy ato ang average speed, no? Okay, so ang first formula average speed can be calculated as equal to 0.75 of the maximum permissible speed or the Vmax, no? Then the second formula, safe speed from the Martin's formula. Okay, so ang Martin's formula, katong mga formula nga gamito nato to compute the safe speed, no? Okay, next, if the maximum permissible speed is lesser than the 50 kilometers per hour, so the average speed is the least of the either of the following, still the least value gyapon, no? So ato ang formula gamiton, either of the two again, no? So the average speed can be equal to Vmax, no? Or the maximum permissible speed. Then safe speed can be calculated using the Martin's formula, no? So daghan man tong Martin's formula na atay formula where there is a transition curve, then the other is no transition curve, then the last one is for high speed, no? Okay. Now, if ever the problem gives you a number of quantities such as natay different types of speed of different trains, so we'll get the weighted average equilibrium speed, no? So to get the weighted average equilibrium speed, we will make use of this formula. Average speed is equal to N1 V1 plus N2 V2 plus N3 V3 plus or let us say that is the summation of NV, no? The product of NV. N signifies the number of trains, then V is the equivalent speed, no, of that train. Then over the denominator, which is the summation of the number of trains, no, the quantity of each train. So sum up ni muna, we have the total number of trains, no. So that is how to get your average speed if we are trying to get the weighted average kung naa siya mga multiple number of trains, no. Okay. So next na to i-discuss was about the maximum permissible speed, no. So dili nato makuha ang average speed pag wala tay value sa maximum permissible speed. Kay dili man nato ma-compare, no, between the formula to get the average speed and also the Martin's formula, no. Dili nato mahatag ang comparison ang duha, no. Okay, so to get the maximum permissible speed of the curve, so naatay mga criteria dire, no. So the maximum permissible speed of the curve is the least of the following, meaning the smallest value again, no. So at first, okay, natay first nato nga value which is the maximum sanction speed of the section. So asa man ang pangitaon nato ang maximum sanction speed? So kung kakita mo sa katong safe speed nato, natay mga mo ni siya, no, kitong mga maximum, no, natay kita say when transition curve exists, so maximum niya is 50 kilometers per hour. Then when the transition curve does not exist, so maximum speed is only 40. Then for high speed, which is the speed is greater than 100 kilometers per hour. So muna siya pasabot sa maximum sanction speed, no. Then the safe speed is safe speed over the curve given that by Martin's formula. Okay, so we'll make use of the Martin's formula, no. Then the speed based on the consideration of the equilibrium count, no. Dire sa ato ang equilibrium count. So how can we get the maximum speed based on the equilibrium count? If given ang ato ang value sa atong count, okay, kana bitong super elevation. So we will make use of this formula, no. Kaning kato bitong na G, kini. E is equal to GV squared over 127R, no. So mo ni siya pasabot nga kadtong sa ikatulo, no. Okay, speed based on the consideration of equilibrium count. Next is the speed from the height or the length of the transition curve, no. Okay, so the speed from the length of the transition curve using this formula below, no? So for normal speed up to 100 kilometers per hour, so we will make use of the following formula. So if ever man kung once ay given, either super elevation E or D, so you can use either of the following kung asay available ani nga given, E ba or D, no? So again, ang D is the degree of curve, E is the super elevation or equilibrium cant, no? Next, okay, for high speed above 100 kilometers per hour, so Vmax is equal to 198 times L over E, or Vmax is equal to 198 times L over D. So you have to investigate kung asa diri sa upat ang gamay og value or the least value, then that will be your maximum permissible speed, no? Okay, so I think nasabtan ninyo, no? The least value. Okay, so naatay gitawag karon class nga negative super elevation. How is it possible nga naay negative super elevation? It only occurs when there is a branch line diverges out of the main line. So for example class, natay main line, no? Tapos ang ato ang rail class naay siya sanga, no? Which is gitawag nato nga branch line. So pag quad class, ang pagsanga gani niya class is somewhat kanang magkuan siya, diverges, meaning to say kanang taliwas ba, no? Kanang mo bulag ba, bulag. Na may kuan class, na may kanang branches nga same ragyapon sila og direction sila hang kurbada, no? But this one is different, no? Separate sila in both directions, no? So if let us say this one is A and B, then this one is E and F, then C and D. So for mainline curve, ang mainline curve nato mo ni siya, no? Muning main, tapos mo ni siya ang ato ang branch, no? So for mainline curve, so outer rail AC must be higher than the inner rail BD, no? So we have BD and AC. So ang AC, it should be much higher than BD, no? So super elevation man siya, no? Pa kuan dapat taas dapat di sa may AC, outer man no? Outer kini siya is inner. So the outer rail AC must be higher than inner rail BD. Therefore, elevation at A should be greater than B, no? Then for branch line curve, no? There is a may branch line. So the outer rail BF, muna siya BF. The outer rail should be higher than inner rail AE, no? Okay, therefore elevation at B must be greater than A. So, main line will have a super elevation. The branch line will have a negative super elevation. So, the train on both tracks must have a restricted speed. So, if ever man nga ang atong train maka-encounter o let us say branch line diverges out of the main line, so the train should be designed with a restricted speed, no? Okay, so may pasabutan ng restricted. Kana bitong mura siya og kanang speed limit, no? Okay, so naa siya restriction. Otherwise, medyo delikado maguni siya gud kisa nga ba, no? Tapos negative pagid ang super elevation sa isa. So that must be kinahanglan nimo mag-reduce og speed, no? So dili ka makadiretso-diretso. Okay, next. Okay, so let us try a sample problem, no? Katong ganiha. So given ang atuang 8-degree curve, track diverges from the main curve. So this is an example of a branch line track that diverges from the main curve, no? So ang sakuan daw sa branch curve na siya 8 degrees. Sa main curve is 5 degrees, no? In the opposite direction in the laid out of BG yard. So meaning to say BG yard, broad gauge siya, no? So calculate the super elevation and the speed of the branch line. And if the maximum speed permitted on the line is 45 kilometers per hour. Okay. So ang kining given dire was coming from the main curve, no? Given ang maximum speed sa main curve. Tapos given ang iyahang degree of curve. So, unsa man? So let us remember class, if we say BG track, ang equivalent G value is equal to 1.676 meters, no? So given ang ato ang speed, or let us say the maximum permissible speed, no? Which is 45 kilometers per hour. Then the D is 5 degrees, no? So 5 degrees. So from this given class, G, V, and D, so ang ato ang mononaan nato nga formula, we will be using the formula for in relevant to kitong super elevation A, which is equal to GV squared over 127R, no? But first, let us identify the value of your R, no? So to get the value of your R, we will make use of the formula of R is equal to 1,720 divided by D, no? So simplifying the formula by substituting the value of D, so we will have the value of 344 meters, no? So we have 1,720 divided by 5. Okay, so 344, no? Okay. So, pangutana, sir, asa man tagikan ani nga formula, sir? Okay, given na ni siya, no? Sa kadto bitawng degree of curvature, no? Okay, itong degree of curvature. Actually, ang formula niya is D is equal to 1,720 over R. Pero since R nga itong anoon, so mura lang siya giswap, no? Okay. So, next, nanamatay values na itong R. So, nanatay G, nanatay V, nanatay D. Okay, so nagamit naman natin ng D. All we need is the value of R, no? So, natay value sa R. So, we can calculate the value of E. So, that is using the formula of GV squared over 127R, no? Okay, so let us calculate, no? So, we have 1.676, that is the equivalent value of G, multiplied by the speed of the train divided by 127 times 344. Okay, so that is 0.0776. So since in terms of centimeter, so ato siyang multiplyan by 100. Okay, so the value is 7.77 centimeters, no? So that is your super elevation para sa ato ang main line, no? Sa main line pa lang ni siya, no? Di pa ni siya mao ang sa branch line, no? So to get the branch line, okay, so to get the branch line, first, di ba naman tayo Kant deficiency, no? Okay. So, we have the maximum permissible elevation. So, kitong gikuha na to ganiha nga 7.77, that is an equivalent maximum super elevation, no? Kining pula nga triangle. Tapos, ang Kant deficiency is the difference between the actual and the maximum permissible. So, if we get the actual super elevation, we can get the value of your super elevation at the branch line, no? Okay. So, let us recall, no? So, for BG track, no? Broad gauge. So, the Kant deficiency for broad gauge is equivalent to 7.6, no? Okay. So, muna siya, 7.6. Okay. So, to solve for the Kant, no? For the main track to get the, okay, we have to solve for the Kant for the main track to get the branch track, no? So, the Kant for the main track is equal to E equal to Kant deficiency. So, therefore, ang E nato ganiha is 77. So, isubtract nato siya sa tuang 7.6. So, the Kant of the main track, therefore, is 0.17, no? So, kung makita ninyo, kining yellow is the maximum permissible super elevation, or the E minus the Kant deficiency. So, morning blue ang answer, no? Morning blue. Okay, so that is 0.17 centimeters. So, since the branch track diverges from the main, no? It is expected that the branch track must have a negative super elevation. So, kung negative super elevation siya, so ang atong value karon sa tuang Kant from the main track ang equivalent ana niya sa branch track will be negative, no? Same value but negative, no? Okay, so the cant for the branch track therefore is equal to negative 0.17 centimeters. Okay, negative cant man siya. Therefore, whatever the value of your cant at the main track, so that will be the negative value of the branch track, no? I guess murag klaro, no, para sa inyo ha. Okay, so let us proceed, no? So dili pa ni siya mao ang answer class, no? Negative pa ni siya, dili pa ni siya mao tong maximum permissible super elevation. Dili pa ni siya tong super elevation nga gisod nato for branch line. Kuan pa lang ni siya, cant pa lang ni. Okay, next. Okay, to get the super elevation at the branch line, okay, given man na atong cant deficiency which is 7.6, then the cant for the branch track which is negative 0.17 centimeters. Okay, so we can now solve for the super elevation at the branch line. So to solve for the super elevation at the branch line, it is equal to cant deficiency plus the cant for the branch track, no? Since negative ang value class, okay, so mahog siya nga minus, no? Minus. Okay, so therefore, cant deficiency which is 7.6 plus negative 0.17 and the answer is 7.43, no? So 7.6. Okay, plus negative, no? Negative 0.17. Okay, so that is 7.43, no? Okay, so therefore naanatay value sa atong super elevation E para sa tuang branch line. Okay, so what will be the maximum speed permitted on the line, no? Maximum speed daw, no, sa tuang branch line, no? Okay, so to get the maximum speed, okay, given man nato ang G, no, sa tuang BG track which is 1.676 and the speed is okay, ganihan ni siya, no, tong sa main, no. So actually, anon ni siya diri dapita, no? Anon. Kaya ang ato ang i-calculate nato kinimang sa branch line. Tapos ang sa D nato is 8 degrees, no? Ang E nato is 7.43 centimeters. But we will convert that one into meters, no? So how will we convert that one into meters? So ato siyang i-divide by 100, no? Okay, so we can solve for the permissible speed for the branch line. First, let us get the value of your R using the degree of curve which is equal to 8 degrees, no? So nganong 8 degrees is because mo man na siya degree of curve sa tuang branch line, no? Okay, to get the value of your R, no, the radius. So we have 1,720 divided by 8. So the radius will be 125 meters, no? Then, using the formula of E is equal to GV squared over 127R. So, we have namantay E which is equal to 0.0743 K equal to 1.676 times V, no, which is alpha x squared K over 127 K times 215. Then atwa siyang i-shift solve, no? Equals. Okay, let us wait for the answer. Then naguna-una siya, no? Lag day gyapon maski na address computer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nawala gyapon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uy, gawas answer. Okay, so the answer is 34.79, no? So kung yun, di mo na siya class, that will be equivalent to 35 kilometers per hour. Yay! Nakuha na itong answer. Okay, so the answer, no, the final answer will be the super elevation equivalent to 7.43 para sa tuwang branch line and the equivalent speed, no, para sa tuwang branch line that will be 35 kilometers per hour. So that is the how to solve for the problem. So para namoy kalingawan class, no, I'll give you an assignment, no, for problem 1. So, at the same time, nanadaan ang answer niya, no. So, all you need to do was to practice, no, or get this value, no. Okay, so tagaan ta mo hint, no. So, let us say, for example, what is the equilibrium cant or the super elevation on the 2-degree curve on a BG track? If 15 trains, 10 trains, 5 trains, daghan siyang train, no? 2 trains are running at the speeds of 50, 60, 70, and 80 kilometers respectively. So, how can we get these values? So, kinamdom mo atong class, tong formula bitaw in getting the average speed, no? Kaya weighted average ba, no? So, di ba, weighted, ang answer dire is weighted average speed equal to this one, no? Kaya bitang daghan kayo. Then, how can you get the super elevation of the cant? Okay, so na naman mo speed, no? Tapos na mo degree of curve. So, gamiton niyo yung degree of curve to get the radius, no? Then, gamiton niyo tong formula nga E is equal to GV squared over 127R, no? Okay, so na namoy hint daan, no? So, that is for problem 1. Sa problem 2, okay, so inyong buhaton is kadtong mag-investigate mo, no, sa tanan values. So, inyong buhaton dire is to calculate the maximum permissible speed, no? So, meaning to say, the maximum tong Vmax, no? Okay, given na ang degree sa curve, super elevation, length of the transition curve, maximum sanction speed, no? Okay. So, all you need to do was to get the least value, no? Okay. So, imuha siyang himuan ninyo siyang solution class, no? Okay, so I'll be expecting that one when kung mag-post ko dito sa atuang classroom, no? Okay, so kung pangayoon ako inyong solution. So I guess that's all, no? So para sa atuang railway engineering. Okay, thank you. So salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw, sa inyong pagtanaw. So, like and subscribe guys, no? Bye-bye!